Peeps, we are back at Cedar Point and we are here for opening night of HalloWeekends. It is a Thursday night. In fact, it is Thursday night, September 11th. We're here for the opening of the event. You can see decorations already in front of the park. Tonight, we're gonna try, we're gonna check out all the haunted houses. We're gonna check out all the scare zones. We're even gonna try the Screamium experience this year. Brand new experience, upcharge experience based on the Conjuring movies. So we've already got a reservation for that. Gonna check that out. We're gonna bring you along with us, show you everything we can. Obviously, we can't film inside the houses. We're not here as media or anything like that. We're just here as fans. It's our first time at HalloWeekends. I'm super excited. You're hopefully super excited. Let's do this thing. Ooh, look at this. Scarecrows as soon as you enter the park, right around the Cedar Point sign. Love it. One thing that's new this year and a little controversial, the Haunted Attractions Pass. So you can get into Cedar Point HalloWeekends and enjoy all the rides and shows and scare zones without having to buy a separate pass. But if you want to go into the mazes, the haunted houses themselves, you need a Haunted Attractions Pass. And they actually have a Haunted Attractions Express Pass for a little bit more of a charge, but it also includes a single entry to Conjuring Beyond Fear. But, I mean, I think it's only, it starts at like $10. Obviously, it varies by night. But, you know, this used to be included in the cost of your admission. I think there's a lot of people upset about it. This is our first time here, so we obviously don't really know the difference. So obviously, no big deal for us. We got the Haunted Attractions Express Pass because, you know, lines, not our thing. So, one of the major features of HalloWeekends is the flavors of HalloWeekends. And as you can see right here at the French Quarter Confections, they have a s'mores hand pie, caramel apple fudge, pumpkin pie fudge. We will actually have a separate Flavors of HalloWeekends video where we talk about our favorite and least favorite foods of the event. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so that you can check that out when we release that later on. So, one interesting thing about HalloWeekends, at least on Thursday night, I'm here at 6 p.m. Now, the haunted houses don't actually open until 8 p.m. and the park closes at midnight. So there's, you know, that's about 4 hours to actually go through the haunted houses and stuff. So even though the park is open, and there are daytime things to do, generally, obviously, there's rides and all sorts of stuff to do. The actual haunted houses are not open until 8 o'clock. So, gonna walk around, sample some food, which I just talked about, will be in a separate video. Let's check out the merch, though. I'm very curious what type of merch they have at an event like HalloWeekends. Oh, look at this. They have a little plague mask guy this year, including water bottles. So this seems to be their big thing, because they have little dolls of him, too. I mean, well, and big dolls of him. They also have the design on mugs and shot glasses and adult hoodies over here. Whoa, there is all sorts of HalloWeekends merchandise in this store. They actually have an interactive lantern this year as well. Here's a look at it. I think I heard this was like $47. It's an interactive lantern. So like, I think it actually has haptic feedback. So if you're not familiar with that term, it vibrates or like pulses depending on certain events. Lantern tagging experience. Oh, so you can tag each other. Interesting. So some interesting features, and of course, probably literally lighting, you know, interactive lighting. There is so much merchandise. Look at this jacket, HalloWeekends on the front, and it's got, actually, here's a better look at, this is the design that's on the back, but they also have it in a baseball tee. What is this? They have a tie-dye shirt with the same design on it. Bottles, collector pins, shot glasses, mugs, and actually, let's talk about it early in the video. Leave a comment on this video with hashtag haunt. Let us know what your favorite part of this video is, what you're most looking forward to at HalloWeekends, or, you know, just let us know your favorite memory of HalloWeekends or Cedar Point past with a hashtag haunt on it, and you'll be entered to win one of these pins. We'll pick a commenter at random. You have to be a subscriber, though. They have that same design in hoodies and shirts and well, these are short sleeve shirts. They also have this design here, which is pretty crazy looking. That like purple and green coaster view. Here's another look at it. They also have the design on mugs. I'm noticing a trend. Take the design, put it on everything. Shot glasses, stickers, white sweatshirts. Interesting. I love this design. I really dig the orange and purple and the yellow. That's really striking. This looks to be the feature house, so it includes the houses and the scare zones from this year. Pretty cool. And it says it glows in the dark. Ultra bright glow in the dark. They also have this cinema slasher series, You Butter Run. So you'll never snack the same way again. Cool little cinch sack. Awesome hat. That's probably coming home with me. T-shirts. They also have this blood splatter shirt with the You Butter Run. Hoodies. Ghost pepper flavored popcorn. Taste the Terror, which goes with this Taste the Terror shirt. Pretty cool. I guess this is a Taste the Terror bag. Yep. What is this jacket? HalloWeekends. That jacket's pretty awesome. Whoa, look at that. And that's cool. These patches on the arm. This is cool. I mean, so much merch, and especially because it gets cold around here earlier in the year. If I can, let me figure that out. That you can actually wear some Halloween stuff in the chilly weather. That's a cute hoodie with like the bones sticking out of it and everything. They have a shirt that says HalloWeekends at Cedar Point with the same bone design on the back. Here's a different roller coaster design featuring some of the classic monsters. You can see a Dracula, you can see a Frankenstein, you can see a werewolf and a mummy on a roller coaster. Actually, it's a tilting roller coaster. They're riding Siren's Curse. How cool is that? You have this giant ghost. Squeaky, squeaky. Oh, maybe he's like a Pillsbury Doughboy. Woohoo! Some more of the Plague Doctor merch back here. You've got the hoodie, you've got the big plushie thing, the tie-dye looking shirt. I mean, there's so much merch. Halloween throw blankets, lanterns, Plague Doctor stuff. Over here, you've got orange stuff that just says HalloWeekends on it. Oh, I think that's Valraven, maybe? I could be getting that wrong. We've only ridden it once, but it's like the like it pauses up here, roller coaster, and then drops you. I think it's Valraven. Pumpkin poo, ghost poo, birds. That's interesting. Now, this is the item I was most looking forward to here at the park. It's the Cedar Point HalloWeekends, but look at it. If you probably already recognize it, but it's an homage to the Halloween 1978 poster, the original Michael Myers Halloween with the roller coaster and the Halloween. I love that. That is 1,000% going to be a purchase tonight, and they have it in kid sizes. I guess this is just larger sizes. They have a hoodie with it. If it's a full zip hoodie, it's not. But I do like that design. Some more of that orange and purple design stuff, including a Loungefly bag. Check that. Well, is it official Loungefly? I don't know. Let's look at the tag. I don't think it's official Loungefly, but it's a Loungefly looking bag. And then you've got these types of bags, like the waist bags, and then I guess this is kind of like a wallet. You've got this wacky HalloWeekends hat with like every color you can think of on it. There is an overwhelming amount of merchandise. It's crazy. And for the Satanist at heart, they have a squishable. A mini squishable Satan. I think that's Satan. Seems Satan-esque, doesn't it? Whoa, look at that beanie cap. That's cool. Whoa, look at that one. There's also this HalloWeekends like crazy looking shirt with this like bird on it. Flames and skulls and all that stuff. Your Rat Fink homage shirt for HalloWeekends. Here's another one. Similar design, but I think this might be for Maverick because it's got like the horse and the skull cowboy. Here is another shirt I'm hoping to pick up. It's the Mr. Midnight shirt. He's kind of like their icon. He actually has a dedicated house, and I don't know. I'm hoping it's a good house, but he's a pretty awesome looking character, and he's holding that lantern, that interactive lantern. So, and I really like the design of this shirt. Look at these cute Halloween decorations. Now, the front of the park is relatively family friendly. So HalloWeekends, a lot of it is concentrated towards the rear of the park, but they also have fall festival fun during the daytime. It's family friendly. You have more family friendly decorations like this. You've got this fun stuff over here, like this pumpkin toss. I mean, it's not real, but they're decorations. That's fun. Oh, look at this stuff here. Look Look at that duck. Oh, look at the pig. Here at Hugo's Italian Kitchen, there are some more flavors of HalloWeekends, including a s'mores cookie, Devil's Night pasta, and a caramel peanut cluster parfait. That sounds yummy. Over here at Cedar Point Legendary Fries, they have the buffalo blue cheese fresh cut fries, red hot, ranch dressing, blue cheese dressing, blue cheese crumbles, all sorts of stuff. You also get a candy bar on a stick, which looks Snicker-ish in nature, which would make sense because Snickers is one of the sponsors of this year's HalloWeekends. I love it because literally everywhere you look, it's Halloween, Halloween, Halloween here at HalloWeekends, including this stage up here, which seems to be a little Great Pumpkin themed, and which reminds me that Cedar Point and Six Flags and all them have renewed their license to feature the Peanuts gang at their parks through 2030. That was just recently announced the other day. Love that. At Bar 1870, you've got more flavors of HalloWeekends. Specialty blood bags. Looks like they might have different flavors. Spirit-free blood bags. And they have a special Hollow Ale, a pumpkin spice ale, limited edition collaboration with Market Garden Brewery. Here's a fun thing that's featured during the days, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, 11 to 7, pumpkin patch picking. And so for little kids, children must be 12 or younger to participate. They can go and get themselves a little pumpkin from that little creepy scarecrow guy. I haven't even really done anything yet. In fact, I'm not even that far into the park. And this event is already like grabbing me, you know, in my Halloween loving heart. I mean, look at this giant Frankenstein's monster next to Kitty Kingdom, which is part of a trick-or-treat trail. Again, also available Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 11 to 7. But this is so cool. Like the purple and green pumpkins matching Frankie over here. So in our last video that we came here, we talked about, well, we asked the question, hey, is this a HalloWeekends house? And some of you told us in the comments that it in fact was, and it's the Haunting of Erie Estate. And it's right up here. While we stand in front of the Haunting of Erie Estate, we're going to try the zombie juice, which is one of the blood bag bags. It's an oozing undead libation of vodka, Granny Smith apple syrup, and lemonade. Harvest date 10/31, donor unknown. Now, this is an alcoholic beverage, 21 and up only. All right, if you're paying attention, yes, I in fact have changed hats. I got this You Butter Run shirt because I couldn't resist it. And I'm going to try this zombie juice. Like I said, it's vodka, Granny Smith apple syrup, and lemonade. I have no idea how to drink it. So I just... not how it looks. I had to ask. So it has this little thing here, and you have to like unclip it, and then it just like, oh shoot, it shoots out. Woo! That is sour. The Granny Smith apple syrup and lemonade, it's sour. I mean, it's not bad. It's good. It's exactly what it advertises. It'll turn you into a zombie, but it's tasty. So right here under Corkscrew, they actually have this attractions graveyard. Skywheel 1964 to 1980. They actually have a car from the Mean Streak 1991 to 2016. A piece of Mantis over there from 1996 to 2014. This is fun. The Witch's Wheel died in 2018. Pirate Ride, 1966 to 1996. I would have loved a pirate ride. Oh, there it is. Dead Ride Cemetery. Ooh, what's this back here? Schwabenchin, 1970 to 2002. Sir Rub-a-Dub's Tubs. Goodbye, Sir Rub-a-Dub and your tubs. Gone in 2014. Gone too soon, Sir Rub-a-Dub. Look at these steampunk characters in front of Siren's Curse. Steampunk Dracula, steampunk werewolf. Oh no, he looks so distraught. Why? Why so sad? Whoa, look at this steampunk gargoyle guy. I love him. He's so cool. Everywhere you look throughout the park, they've found some imaginative way to incorporate Halloween decorations. You've got these barrels that look like jack-o'-lanterns. You've got a gargoyle on top of the Millennium Force sign. And here's why you come Thursday night. It is walk-on for Millennium Force right now. 0 wait, 0 express wait, obviously. You can just walk on and ride Millennium Force. Oh, whoa. He just stood up.
Let me tell you a story.
Okay.
I'm afraid it's a little bit gory.
Oh.
I told a person like you, get out of here, skidoo. He stood and stared. He must not have cared. So I bit off his head.
Oh.
I think he might be dead. I like that.
That was not a good story. At Panda Express, they want you to know the danger of eating vegetables. Actually, that's a bad apple. Actually, that's a carrot. Carrots are vegetables. They're mostly fruits, though. Look at this little vampire guy. He bites. Literally everywhere you look around the park, it is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. There's so many photo ops and things to look at. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy. Because, I think I was just here, less than a month ago? And they only had a few things out. Now, the entire park is decorated, like, everywhere, and I love it. Okay, it's a little early because the nightmares have not yet started, but like I said, a lot of Cedar Point HalloWeekends is centered towards the back of the park. I guess that doesn't make sense, centered towards the back of the park, but it's in the back of the park, and so they actually have a warning, nightmares ahead. And so we're heading into the nightmares. Oh, there's the train. Look at this, we are heading into the nightmares right now. They're ahead, and this is ahead. Ooh. Just kidding, they don't start till 8 o'clock, but you'll see them later in this video. Even though the scares don't technically start till 8, the creepy music is going, the red lights are on, the spooky decorations are out here on the Frontier Trail. Little fun photo opportunity over there. Here at the end of Frontier Trail is the Midnight Elixirs booth, which contains more blood bags, spear-free options, draft beer. They also have some beers that are seasonally themed. Oktoberfest, Pumpkin, some more Oktoberfest, some fun stuff. Okay, making our way into Frontier Town. Now, Frontier Town is actually where the Conjuring Premium Experience will be. Screamium Experience. I think it's actually over there. We're going to walk over there now and check it out. So check it out. Here is where the Conjuring Screamium Experience is. Now, one of the cool things about that experience is that they not only have it here, Conjuring Beyond Fear, they have a specialty bar with themed cocktails and a specialty Conjuring shop right here in front of it with merchandise themed to the movies. Look at this, the Conjuring Universe shirt. Love it. And they have a long sleeve tee. They have a jacket. They have a specific Annabelle shirt. That's fun. Hat. What is this? Gummy eyeballs. Another hat. Some nun merchandise. This is so cool. And look who's here. Annabelle herself. Is it me or is she twitching a little bit? I think she's twitching. They also have this shirt. The Warrens, Consultants of Demonology and Witchcraft. Annabelle's back there. Very cool. I love how much they've invested in the Conjuring as a property here this year. Here are some of the specialty cocktails they have at the bar. Mullen's Workshop Bar. Valak's Vice, Missing Annabelle, The Nun's Habit, The Crooked Man Smash, and Bathsheba's Bevy. And they're mostly available as mocktails as well. I love it. Missing Annabelle. How cool is that? We're going to try one of these. Let's try one of these. Okay, so here in front of the Conjuring Beyond Fear, we're going to brave the Valak's Vice, which is a black margarita. Contains tequila, Cointreau, sweet and sour. It's a black sugar rim. So it's dark and creepy, but it's a margarita. Let's see. You know what? That's a solid margarita. And I like sugar on the rim of my margaritas more than I like salt. And it comes in a Conjuring Universe cup. It's plastic. Still, it's a nice little keepsake. And look at the napkin that came with my margarita. If you know what this is, you know this is cool. So right now it is 7:30, about a half hour before the scares start, and the Conjuring Beyond Fear already has a bit of a line, but it is one of the few experiences that does not offer the Express Pass. Like I said, it's a separately ticketed event. Now, if you buy the Express Pass, you do get access to it, but not expressed access to it. So I think that's why people are lining up, so that if the line gets worse throughout the night, it's gonna, be a longer wait. And I think we might be those people. I think we're gonna hop in line, and Conjuring Beyond Fear will be our first experience of the night. Okay, it has officially been 20 minutes on the nose from when they first started letting people in and the first guests are out. It is apparently, when they say a 20-minute experience, they mean it. It's a 20-minute experience. Okay, so just came out of the Conjuring Beyond Fear. And so let's start off with something that you probably want to know. It is 9 o'clock. So I got in line around 7:30 because I saw a line forming. The line opened at 8. It took till 8:40 to get into the house, and I was not that far back in line, and got out at 9. So on Thursday nights, again, it's only open 8 to 12, the actual HalloWeekends stuff. So it was kind of an hour experience, but there are people in the line. It's a pretty significant line that may be in line more than an hour. Just something to plan for. I will say, a lot of people were asking when I got out of the house, is it worth it? It is. It is a very, very cool experience. Obviously, it's all dependent on who you are in the house with as well. They let in groups of I think 10 at a time, give or take, depending on, individual group size. There is, now you don't have to, but there are areas of crawling. The scare actors do have the potential to touch you a few times. I got grabbed a little bit, or little, fingers on the back kind of thing, which was a totally unnerving but cool experience. If you're a Conjuring fan, you gotta do it. It has all the Conjuring characters. It's got it's a whole interactive mission, right? You have to find the different artifacts. It's a lot about Annabelle, and so one person in the group literally was carrying the Annabelle doll the entire time. They have but different artifacts that you carry. You have to bring them back to the Warren Museum because the spirits have escaped. You see Valak, the nun, you see Annabelle, you see the Crooked Man, or whatever that character's called. You see it all, and it is just a very, very cool experience. It is legit 20 minutes. It is not really an escape room. I would say it's more of a guided experience that is interactive, but you don't really have to make decisions or figure out what to unlock or something like that. They are grab the key from her hand, go through the port, go through that door, that kind of thing. So they're guiding you through the experience. It is awesome though, and a great way to kick off the night. But now it's 9 o'clock. We have 3 hours. Let's go check out some scare zones. Let's go check out the rest of these houses. Let's do it.
In the graveyard rock, everybody take a graveyard rock.
You can at least ask to take a picture of me.
Can I take a picture of you?
Excuse you.
Rude, I know.
Me?
The audacity.
Sorry.
Yeah, as you should be, you sassy boy.
That is me.
Sassy. There's something in the water, I swear. And man, with the flash photography, you will be getting a bill from my eye doctor. My eyes are very large, so therefore there will be a very expensive bill. I hope your insurance is good.
Uh-oh. All right. Licking flames right in front of me. It's nice and creepy. Just went through 3 houses in a row. Walk on, no wait. Regardless of the express pass. I think one of them might have had a little bit of a wait if I didn't have an express pass. But, I don't think anything's more than 15 minutes tonight, which I guess is why they tell you to come opening night, right? Like I said, did 3 houses. Of the 3, Cornstalkers 2.0, that house is so good. So good. It is a corn maze, but you're not going to get lost, but it's super tight, super claustrophobic. There's characters hidden throughout that are really hard to see and get you to jump. super good. Slaughterhouse was also a great gore house. I mean, you know, slaughterhouses, you know, every park has had some type of slaughterhouse, haunted house. This one, just as good as all the others that I've been to. It's really well done. It's actually a little disorienting because sometimes you don't know where to go. And I got separated from the group in front of me, so I definitely got a little turned around. I'm like, well, I don't know where to go. And finally did Blood on the Bayou, which was just okay. Didn't love Blood on the Bayou. You know, I think it's just one of those, it was definitely kind of just like a walkthrough thing, which I guess is a haunted house, but there wasn't a lot of scares in it. I think it's just the nature of the property that they put the house on, that it felt very open. You know, it was called Blood on the Bayou, but it was kind of like an 80s camp themed thing, and there were creatures and campers, and I wasn't quite following the story. But I mean, of the houses, it's the least favorite of the 3 non-Screamium experience houses we've done so far, but the other 2, dynamite. Okay, so actually a little bit of a correction. Blood on the Bayou is a scare zone, not a haunted house. So that makes sense why it was so wide open and not necessarily like themed like a house. But it felt like something you walked into, and you know, like had like you walked into, you went to a specific place, like it felt off the path. So a little bit different than the types of scare zones I'm used to, but it's not a house. So it makes a little bit more sense why the experience was what it was versus what I'm used to from the 2 houses that I guess I've been through now, Slaughterhouse and Cornstalkers. And next up, Freak Show. Whoa.
Take a walk, and then we're gonna go swimming.
Oh, jeez. Scalawagers!
Are you the captain?
What are you looking at over there?
Jeez. Whoa.
Don't you be looking at my booty.
Oh, sorry.
Give me that whiskey. Watch her now.
Whoa. The happy... Oh. The Butchers of Rock are here in the Clown Scare Zone Hall of Infamy. But they also have Happy Lantern fries, sweet potato fries, marshmallow cream and caramel, and a s'mores cookie. You probably can't hear me because the Butchers of Rock.
Much to the disdain of our corporate overlords, our never-ending hall of infamy tour brings us back yet again to the world-famous Cedar Point to appease the masses. So, the fields of bodies burning as the war machine keeps turning. Then he
Okay, so went through a bunch of houses and technically we're leaving the scariest part of the park. The rest of the park doesn't really have scare zones, but there are 2 more houses to check out. We're going to check out the Haunting of Erie Estate and Midnight before we wrap up for the night. But all the scare zones and stuff are kind of condensed back to the back half of the park. Really interesting way of doing it, but it kind of allows for people who have kids that just want some of that family-friendly stuff. It's all in the front half of the park. The decorations are nicer. It's scarecrows and pumpkins and stuff that we showed you earlier in the video during the daytime. And all the scary stuff back there starts with the clowns and the Hall of Infamy tour and the Butchers of Rock, which is pretty sick. Check this out. Right across from Top Thrill 2, Mr. Midnight's Fear Emporium, which is another merchandise store, but a heavily themed one. Oh, that's a shirt I haven't seen in some of the other stores. Every store I've been into has at least 1 or 2 different shirts available, which is just crazy. The amount of merchandise. In fact, this has a whole wall of Elvira. Huh. How cool is that? And this Mr. Midnight, or just, I guess, a photo opportunity. Pretty cool. Oh, look. They have little Loungefly-esque Plague Doctor bags. That's cool. Alright peeps, wrapped up with the last 2 houses. The Haunting of Erie Manor, which was really well done. Lots of special effects, like a haunted house kind of house, but they had moving things throughout the house, like moving chairs and pots and pans and of course ghosts and stuff like that. It was really well done, like a nice old school gothic manor, haunted house type house. Midnight, featuring Mr. Midnight, was also really good. The character himself, he pops up a few times. I don't really know his story, so something that I'll check out, because now I really enjoyed tonight's event and looking forward to learning more about Mr. Midnight himself. But his house was really cool, bit of a fun house mixed with voodoo type vibe, something very different. Really good way to wrap up the night. And speaking of wrapping up the night, that wraps it up for our first night at Cedar Point HalloWeekends. It took us, like I said, it started at 8. It's 11:40 now. Only hit 1 roller coaster outside of the houses. So, It took the entire time to hit all the houses, all the zones, and the Conjuring Premium Scream Experience, which was awesome. Highlight of the night, Conjuring and Corn Stalkers 2.0, also a great experience. Well, if you guys want more Cedar Point content, give us a thumbs up on this video. It really does help us out. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you're notified when we release that content, because we do have more HalloWeekends content coming, including, like we mentioned at the beginning of our video, a Flavors of HalloWeekends video where we feature our favorite and least favorite dishes from this year's event. So make sure to stick around for that. Thank you all for watching, and welcome to spooky season. We'll see you in the next one. This is the face I make when you don't subscribe after watching this video.